and welcome to Amy's Crafts and Things. I'm Amy. Today we're going to talk about moving entry and exit points, the center point, and the stitch pattern reference point. As you can see, I already have my shape up on the screen. We'll go underneath the blue flower to our select tools, and we'll go ahead and select these entry and exit points. And as you can see on the screen, you'll have 4 boxes stacked on top of itself. One has L1, that's for line, that's the entry. L2 is the exit point for the line. R1 is for region entry, and R2 is region exit points. If you can see on my shape, why are these important? You can see a faint overlap line right along this area right here. If we click on play in our sewing attribute, in our sewing stitch simulator, we'll select our objects and let's play it so that you can see how it overlaps. Speed it up just a little bit. Right there, see how it stopped and then it came back and picked up again. I want to eliminate that so it stitches all the way out in one continuous run. So to do that, we are going to go to our select entry and exit points, and we're going to move these. You can see the line, and we're just going to take and stack the entry and exit points back on top of each other so that I can get to the region, because it's the region one that is giving me an issue. We'll go ahead and stack those two up, and let's go ahead and bring these back around to minimize jumping around in a hoop. Let's go ahead and hit play. And she'll stitch right back out again. And if all goes well, it should just stitch all the way through without stopping. And that's what we want. It just looks so much neater and cleaner that way. We can also move the center point and stitch pattern reference point. To do that, we will go under our select. We will select the move the points, and we also will have to choose a different fill stitch. And it will bring up this green dot with the crosshairs in the middle. If you click and hold on that, you can drag it around to give yourself a different effect. Which is kind of neat. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that shape so we can select our objects. And you can click on delete. Underneath the home section, you'll have a space where it says delete, or you can also press your delete key on your keyboard. Let's bring in a rectangle shape, and we'll change the fill back to a fill stitch. And we will go under we can specify the straight stitching direction of our design by going up into view attributes and sewing attributes if your pop-up menu on the right hand side isn't already up. If you scroll down a little bit, you can click on the manual straight line direction, and you can change the direction in which the region sews. And if you make an adjustment and you don't like it and you want to go back to the factory default, just click on the little house to bring it home. You can also change the direction in which it sews manually by selecting your shape, going into your select tool, click on select point, and you'll see an arrow that pops up in the middle of your design with a box. That's the start, and that's the end, and that's the direction in which it sews. You can also add multiple sewing directions by underneath the Shapes tab. You'll see Add Direction Line. Go ahead and click on that, and you can click your left mouse button and drag it and click, and you can add another direction. You can change the direction by clicking on either the bottom or the top. The only thing that it will not let you do is it will not let you cross points. But you can certainly add multiple direction points. We'll add one more. Click, drag, click, and it will add another one. And then you can adjust these to give you different directions of sewing. You can also remove the directional lines by clicking Delete Selected, and it will delete the selected one. You select it by clicking either on the box or the arrow, and it will select it. I just double clicked and removed everything on accident. So we'll go right back up and select my object. We'll go into Select Points to bring it right back up. There they are. You can reverse your direction lines. So instead of starting at the bottom and going to the top, they'll start at the top and go to the bottom. And if you click on a line, you can also delete a direction. There's a little arrow next to Delete Direction Line. If you click on that, you can choose to delete the one that's selected or the ones that are not selected. Reverse it back to how it was. This also works with decorative bills. So let's go ahead and choose a motif region, and you can change the direction of which the motifs stitch out, which is also another fun attribute to this program. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that shape. We'll select all and delete our objects. And let's see what happens if we have a rounded shape. Go ahead and draw out a circle. And we can do the same thing. Let's click on our Select Point tool, and it will allow you to change the directions in the circles. If you go into your Sewing Attributes screen, under View Attributes, Sewing Attributes, if it's not already up, and if we scroll down to Expert Mode, it will bring down the little scroll bar. You can scroll it all the way down. You can change the manual straight line here as well. If you go into your Select tool and click on Select Point, you'll have the green spot with the X in the middle. If you grab a hold of that, you can drag that around too to give yourself different effects. Let's see what happens if we choose a different motif. Okay, and let's go ahead, maintain aspect ratio, and let's change this a little bit in size. Now we'll grab a hold of that crosshair and we'll move it around. So this is something that you're going to want to experiment with. You can also scroll down into sewing attributes underneath the manual straight line, click on manual curve, and then you'll have the points at which you can change the curves. You can grab the point, any of the points really, along that path and change them. So that's something that you can also play with. And that's how you change sewing angles and specify curved sewing directions in round fills. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be notified when new tutorials are posted. In our next section, we'll talk about copying sewing attributes among different shapes. Thank you for watching.